name is Sandra Robinson. I'm here today to talk to you about education on child abuse. My audience today is 5 college students as well as adults that are here, and they are students that are being trained in the area on child abuse. I really commend those students because those students will be the voice that will be able to educate young people on what child abuse is, as well as provide solutions. I want to say that the website childhelp.org describes child abuse as a caregiver or a parent that either through action or cause fails, and it causes body harm such as injury or even death or emotional abuse to children. And so many of our children are falling victims of child abuse. One of the reasons is because we have such young parents that aren't really aware of what child abuse really is. I want to say too that childhelp.org, they also has a website that you can go there, and I want to just share with you visually on, they describe child abuse in several forms. One of the forms, if you would lend me your eyes, and I just want to draw your attention to this, there is physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and of course, neglect abuse. These are forms of child abuse that many children are falling victims of. And I want to be your voice tonight to share some insight as well as education, and I hope that you will become a voice that will also be one that will be educated on what child abuse is. I want to say too, so let's talk about some of the homes. Some of the homes, as we know, over 70% of our children are victims of child abuse. Some may be a form of verbal abuse, which, as I said, many young parents aren't really aware of what child abuse is. Even from taking a child physically and applying much body weight to a child that weighs 80 pounds less than you, you can cause a serious injury to that child. And I want you to be aware of too that even speaking in a different tone to a child causes a child to suffer emotional abuse. So I want you to be that voice and be aware of some of the homes even that many of our children are victims of. And there's much child abuse. There are some great authors that I want to say that were victims of child abuse. I want to say that Emerald Mack, who wrote the story about The Unbroken Child, a little girl that struggled to survive, even though she went through much child abuse, but she still survived in spite of all the things that she struggled. Then there's a great author by the name of Lily Ann DeFerris, which she said that it's time, let's break the silence. Let's talk about what child abuse is. And then there is Locked Away, which is the author Crystal Castle. She talks about stolen innocence, how so many children are sexually abused, how they're such innocent little children that falls victims of physical, sexual abuse. And today, many of those that abuse children are those that were once abused. So I want you to be that voice tonight. I hope that I encouraged you as well as gave you some food for thought. And I hope that you will be that voice that will take a stand and you will recognize what child abuse is. So again, I want to say thank you and thank you.